acting in this episode is great. Everything's just top notch.
I liked the little aside that Jane said when she finished doing her speech, and she was like, "Well, I see another brave soul over there," and points to Sophia, and then she looks to Mrs. Bullock and just quietly says, "And another one."
Yeah.
And she walks away.
That's beautiful, is that moment?
Yeah. A little nod to the suffering she went through after the death of Poor William.
Poor William, yeah.
Poor William. But again, I really like now how Seth and Mrs. Bullock are like they're talking and they're joking.
Yeah.
Like they're having little fun asides. Seth nearly even feels her ass.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh god, it's going a bit steamy now.
Yeah.
Going from talking about tea to touching ass, it's all getting a bit steamy in here.
Well, I think that was a great decision to make in season 3 to make them an actual proper couple.
I think so.
Obviously the hack thing to do is just to make Bullock tortured because he lives with a woman who he doesn't love. But it's unrealistic that in real life, if they were forced together in that situation, they would probably find some kind of mutual understanding and be an actual couple. Yeah. Like the cheap thing to do, you've seen it in loads of stuff, haven't they? It's like, it's a marriage of convenience.
Yeah,
they just never talk or make any attempts to reconcile what it is.
That's it.
I also heard a good thing about the Bullock character, which was that the reason why he likes Alma and now Mrs. Bullock is because they've been through tragedy, so he can then, because of the kind of screwed up character he is, that he's attracted to dangerous people, and the fact he has to right every wrong.
Yeah.
The fact that now she's almost suffered enough for him to sort of be able to love her, and like before when she was like when they had that distant relationship, now that they've gone through suffering together, he can see her as like someone who has been in enough suffering to rescue.
Yeah.
Which is why he was with Alma in season 2 almost. Yes. Whoa, what an episode this was. Like,
that was great.
I didn't really like season 3. I think it's weird. When I first watched it, I was disappointed. But I think it gets better each time you rewatch it.
Yeah.
Like the main issue people had with this when it was on was that it was too slow.
Okay.
You'll see further on, because there is a thing with like her storyline is so exciting that it's sort of a bit disappointing that you have to wait 12 episodes for it to get resolved and stuff.
Okay.
I think people are but the whole point of this season is that the town has changed, and that we even say it again here, they can't just cut each other's throats anymore.
That's it, yeah.
People have to plan and make decisions because it's more than just what each individual. They have to act as a whole. They can't just let the camp burn by killing Hurst.
That's
Yeah, and spoiler alert, because it's obviously they're not going to go that far. They don't kill Hurst. Obviously, in real life, Hurst didn't die. He actually fathered the guy who became Citizen Kane.
Randall Hurst.
Randall Hurst, yeah. And they never would have gone to the point of actually killing him.
No.
They do change a lot of stuff historically, but that would have been ridiculous.
That would have been too far, yeah.
It would have been as if they had like Roosevelt in town and then like
Roosevelt gets shot.
Yeah.
Poor Teddy.
Teddy Roosevelt coming. Do you know the real William Bullock was best friends with Teddy Roosevelt?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, imagine that. He's going to come to visit his friend Bullock and like sire the lunge at him with a knife. Yeah. Hey, Teddy. Yeah.
Stuff this.
You're also going to talk about your...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I think this episode had Powers Booth's best scene as Cy, where like he's gone a bit crazy.
Yes.
So the preacher man, whatever he's called,
Andy Cramad, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He comes to visit the Belly Union for some reason.
He comes.
That's it. He's come to
beg forgiveness.
Even though he doesn't seem very repentant at all.
Under the pretext of coming for the votes.
That's it. Yeah. And he's like, and Cy instantly calls him out on it, and he's like, read me a passage from Matthew. And he's basically saying, any soul can be forgiven except for like an egregious against the soul.
Yeah.
And he's like, the soul. And then he goes on this megalomaniacal,
yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Megalomaniacal, yeah.
Megalomaniacal rant about the Bible and about forgiveness and repentance, and then poor, what's his face?
Andy,
yeah. He steps in the middle. He's like, Andy, better damn pray. You're praying for our salvation, and like he's aiming the gun, he's about to shoot them, and he's about to shoot the preacher pastor man, and he's cracked, he's gone crazy.
Do you think he really has embraced the Bible? I don't think it's a pretext.
No,
ridicule.
It's all bullshit. I think easily bullshit.
Yeah.
I like how he's like, I found solace reading a good book again. And she's like, yes, Si, you're the devil. And he's like, you can't be the devil this year. It's just great. It's all a pretext for something else.
eating that scenery. What a legend!
Oh
Powers
yeah,
Boofers.
he ate it.
Yeah.
He asked for seconds.
Yeah.
I also love the little line he does where when Al's walking out and he's had his finger chopped off by Hearst and Si's over. He's like, "Oh, there's someone who's as broken as me."
Yeah.
Walking by, again like the two former most powerful characters in the town are now like just broken shells.
Yes.
But Al isn't trying to be a broken shell.
No.
Al's like, "Yeah, you fucking touch me, I'll give it first to die."
Yes.
That was great.
It was great. Also, you were saying at the end of in the season 2 review, the one that was an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh my god!
In the end.
Did you have a really long one?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you thought that the show could have ended at season 2.
Yeah.
And you'd have been happy, and that season 3 would struggle to find like a Can you see now what season 3 is going for?
Yeah.
And why it's
Yeah. But I think the intention of this one are a bit clearer. I have a fear. I don't know whether it's going to be met in season 3. That the Hearst stuff is going to be too spread out.
Okay, I don't think it is.
That's my fear.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it will because it's Deadwood.
Yeah.
I know we're going to find a clever way of doing it, but that's my only fear. I would still have liked to end it in season 2.
Yeah.
But I still the writers have found plenty of reasons for it to continue. It's not like it's like continuing just for the sake of it. Like they do have a reason for continuing the story. So I do see the purpose.
Yeah.
But personally, basically, I mean, I love this episode, but I do think it just needs to find its focus a little bit.
Yeah.
It's trying to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
While season 2 had a very clear motive.
Yep.
Season 3 they just need to focus in on it a bit more, I think.
Well, I think ironically the fact that it has the clear sort of her stuff actually sort of almost acts as a negative in a way, because it means that everything else is sort of sidelined because there is such a bit. Like in season 2, it was never like the Al storyline and stuff. It was never Al's attempt to form America. That was a thing that was running through every episode. It followed the through line, but not in a way where it ever like came. Or it wasn't like the that guy who killed prostitutes show. It was always like this mixture of things that worked perfectly.
It always felt like to me the thing I really respect, and one of the things I love best about Deadwood season 2 is the way that it treats every plot line as equally important as the other one. So the Al storyline is as important as the Joni one. This is important as the Calamity Jane storyline, and every character is treated as an equal.
Yep.
While this one, I think a little bit more. It's a bit clear what they were wanting to do. It's Al versus Hearst
for the future of the town. Yeah.
I think that becomes clear in the second half of the episode.
Yeah.
The first 1.5 episodes of this season so far, I think, have just been trying to. They're trying to, they're trying to do a lot of different things where we need to focus it on something.
Yeah.
But
yes.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm loving it. It's still amazing.
It's still better than almost every TV show ever made.
Yeah.
It's still a just stunning season. I prefer this season to season 1.
Oh yeah.
Because I think season 1 has a weak first half. But obviously we'll see that more as we go along. What would you give I'm Not the Fireman You Take Me For out of 10?
Well, I would
give this a 10.
I gave the first episode, what, a 9?
A 9, yeah.
Yeah, but I'd give it a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were some amazing scenes.
There was.
And the last half was stunning.
Yeah.
It took a little bit to build up to it, but again, amazing acting, strong script, amazing direction, superb themes.
Well, was there anything wrong with the episode?
No,
it's
nothing.
perfect, isn't it?
I got that. Like I said, that's my thing where I think maybe just needs to focus.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Hearst needs to. Basically, they keep saying Hearst is a big threat, and I've been waiting for that moment to happen. This episode did do that moment.
Yeah.
Where Al has his finger chopped off. It's like, okay, great. That's the horrible, heinous thing that Hearst done is he's attacked one of the most beloved members of the town.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I do like that they actually show an immediate thing. Like I think a lot of shows may have built up and just said he's a big threat, and they wouldn't have paid it off for ages. Yeah. There's loads of shows that do that. They just they talk about someone for so long, build it up, and then he's sort of disappointing.
Yeah.
But I think he is actually, because he also serves a thematic villain, as I was saying before, because he is sort of so focused on just getting his own way as opposed to everything else that he's sort of the perfect villain at this point. But yes, 10 out of 10 episode, I think. It's just really, really great stuff. The next one was actually really, really great and all, True Colour. I remember that being a stunning episode. So yeah, join us for that.